everyone. Today we are moving on to value. Value is how dark or how light a color is. If we think about value in math, let's say, value is how much something is worth. So the value of a quarter is 25 cents. The value of an item. So if I was buying a box of crayons, you say, well, what is the value? How much does it cost? So the word how much is the same in art. We're just talking about how much dark and how much light. So we're going to do a couple of different activities to learn about how we can make dark or light colors. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to just press very, very, very lightly as I possibly can, like I'm whispering on the paper. Okay, so I'm making the lightest color that I can. And then here I'm just going to go a little bit darker. So I'm just putting a little bit more pressure. You might not really be able to see a whole lot of difference between these two, but that's okay because we don't want to get too dark right away or we won't be able to finish the rest of our value scale. And you are going to be creating a value scale in just a minute. Yeah, so then I'm going to push even a little bit harder here. So value is how light a color is or how dark a color is. I'm going to color with this blue on here. And this color should be the darkest you can make it. All right, so value is how much light or how much dark is in a color. We are going to show value today by creating an ice cream cone, and the scoops are going to be lightest color ice cream to darkest color ice cream. So with your pencil or a marker or a crayon, whatever you choose to draw with, on the right hand side, we're going to draw a cone. Now there are a lot of different ways to draw a cone. You can draw your cone like a waffle cone, and a waffle cone is a V, a big V shape, and then draw an oval on top. And then that's where the ice cream sits. And if you really want to make it look like a waffle cone, you can add the waffle cone lines. Okay. The other way to draw an ice cream cone, and this is the classic, I'm not a big fan of waffle cones. I like just the classic ice cream cone. So I'm going to draw a rectangle that is horizontal, and underneath it I'm going to draw another rectangle that's a little bit longer. And then these usually have little squares. Okay, so you can pick whichever ice cream cone that you would like to draw. Either one is fine. And then over here, we're going to draw 3 scoops of ice cream. So to draw 3 scoops of ice cream, and we want to make sure we have enough room for them. So you're going to draw 1, 2, 3 rainbow shapes. And I'm going to connect mine with wavy lines like this. And they can each be different because each scoop is a little different. Oh, I ran out of room there, but that's okay. I'll cover that one up. All right, so ice cream cone, 3 scoops of ice cream. Now, again, pick a color. I think I want to use purple this time. And maybe I'll do my cone in this color, these colors. That's not the right purple. This is the purple one. Okay, so with your ice cream cones, you're going to color in as dark as you can. 1 ice cream scoop that's a dark, dark, dark of whatever color that you choose. So mine's gonna be dark purple. Yours might be dark blue or dark red, dark green, but 1 scoop is going to be the darkest that you can color. So I'm putting some pressure on my crayon, but I'm being careful. I'm trying not to break my crayon. So I'm holding it down closer to the tip. If you hold it up here and you're pushing, a lot of times that's how our crayon breaks in the middle because there's too much pressure and it snaps. But if you hold it down closer, your hand actually helps give the crayon even more strength so that it doesn't snap in half. And I'm just kind of coloring over the same spot multiple times to really fill in that space to make it look nice and dark. All right, first scoop, nice and dark. Woo, take a little break, shake your hands out if they hurt. Second scoop, I'm gonna make the lightest that I can make it. Very, very, very light. Remember, we're whispering our crayon on the paper. So light that you can hardly see it. Just a little whisper. I can hold my crayon up higher because I don't need as much pressure, and actually the higher I hold my crayon, the lighter that it gets because my hand isn't putting any extra pressure on it. Okay. There we go. All right, and then this scoop is in the middle. It's between these two, so push a little harder than you did here, but not as hard. I would call this just your average regular coloring. If you were just coloring in a picture, if you were working on something in class and you had to color it in, this is just the norm of how hard you might push. Just your regular coloring. This is usually the fastest because it's the one that we're used to doing the most. Okay, after that, so you should have dark, light, and in the middle. Now you're going to take your scissors and, oh, I forgot to color my ice cream cone. We gotta color the ice cream cone. So I'm going to use a couple of different shades of brown. I think I'm gonna add a little bit of pattern. You can color in your ice cream cone whatever color that you would like. It can be a colorful, maybe it's a rainbow ice cream cone. But I'm gonna do some brown here and some brown here. And then let's do this brown across the top. Boom. Okay, so now take your scissors and you're gonna cut along the lines that you just drew. Make sure you don't accidentally cut the top of your ice cream cone out. Okay, and then our last step is to take our ice cream and glue it down. So I'm going to glue darkest to lightest. So I like to lay what I'm going to glue out on the paper first, just to make sure it fits, and see if I need to kind of slide that down a little bit. So I'm going to slide this down, slide this one down, this one, and this one. Oh my goodness, that looks so delicious. I could almost eat it, but I won't because it would not taste very good at all. Now, putting glue on the back, flip it over, and glue it to your paper. So this is just another way that you can use materials that you have around, crayons and colored pencils, regular pencils, and you can actually get even more shades and tints of that same color with just one crayon or colored pencil or pencil. Okay, then you'll write your name on it, and there's your beautiful, delicious looking ice cream cone that shows value. Light to dark. Awesome. See you guys later. Bye.